Now, last month, the DW investigation revealed widespread human rights abuses at what are being called scam factories on the Myanmar-Thai border. Thousands of human trafficking victims are trapped in large compounds where they're forced to take part in online cryptocurrency scams that target people in Europe, the US and China. Now, if they refuse, they're tortured, allegedly, or sold to other factories. Now, China, Thailand and Myanmar have rescued more than 1,000 people. And to get more information on this, I'm joined now in the studio by Julia Bayer, a reporter in DW's investigative team. Julia, welcome to the studio. Can you tell us more, first of all, about what's going on at the border between Myanmar and Thailand right now?
So what we know so far, what's happening at the moment, is that over thousands of victims of several scam compounds were recently released in Myanmar. And most of them are coming out of KK Park. So that's the scam compound you just saw in the report, and we investigated. Today, the first 150 Chinese victims were transferred from Myanmar to Thailand. We obtained images with buses where we see where they're going to the Friendship Bridge in Mae Sot, and then buses waiting in Thailand, transporting them directly to the Mae Sot airport, where today are three planes from China waiting for them and bringing them directly to China, which we also confirmed by flight data. And these kind of handovers are happening in the next 2 days, more and more.
OK, and I just wanted to clarify, so we're talking about scam factories here. So these are places where people are forced to get on the phone and trick people into doing something they don't want to do. Can you just explain that for us?
Exactly. So why we are also calling them victims is because these people who are forced to do these jobs are being trafficked into these compounds in Myanmar and other countries. And they are being trained and forced to reach out to people in Europe, in the US, in China, to build up a relationship and then to persuade them to invest mostly in cryptocurrency, fake websites, and then they're leaving them and the people lost a lot of money, which is also called pig butchering.
Mm-hmm. OK. And why now? Why are all of these rescues happening now?
So it's the first coordinated release between officials from Myanmar, Thailand and China in this specific region, but it all follows a crackdown that recently happened in the northern part of Myanmar, in Shan State. And their criminals have been arrested, international pressure is increasing on these countries and more media is reporting about it. So what we know from people involved, it's out of fear, several compounds agreed without getting any ransom to release more and more victims from these compounds.
And what is going to happen to these victims? I mean, are they now going to be able to, are they going to be free to go back to their own countries, or what does their future hold?
I mean, that would be nice, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen like this. So usually once you're in Thailand, you have to go a whole long process, right? Like you can decide to undergo a so-called victim identification process, or you will be charged with immigration violation for overstaying your visa. In this case, it's interesting that the Chinese victims are being transported directly to the airport, which we heard is due to not enough resources with Thai immigration. And so the question is what will happen to the Chinese victims in China. And we know, or we heard that due to their regulations, they will be charged with illegally crossing the border and scamming. And no one will get any health treatment or any support in the country. And still, we see now the release of so many victims at once. There are thousands of victims still kept in these compounds in Myanmar.
All right. Julia Bayer from DW's investigative team, thanks so much for shedding light on the story for us.
Thank you.